course, a film with Aubrey Plaza, so there's going to be a little bit of saucy language. My old ass. So she goes camping with a few friends, they take a few drugs, and she wakes up and sees herself at 40 in the form of Aubrey Plaza. You know, we're so used to seeing Aubrey Plaza as the young person, Parks and Rec, all that kind of stuff. So the fact that she's now playing the older version of a character, and she's the experienced one. Yeah, in a young adult.
Not even 40.
Yeah,
I'm
39.
I feel like you're having a midlife crisis.
Well, I feel like you're high on mushrooms, so you don't know shit.
I'm actually kind of hot for being middle-aged.
I'm 39 years old.
No, that is middle-aged.
No, it's not. I am a very young adult.
Can I at least touch my old ass?
Oh my God, you need to be locked up.
My number 8 choice. This one actually does have a little bit of swearing in the title. This is, of course, a film with Aubrey Plaza, so there's going to be a little bit of saucy language. This is My Old Ass. Maisy Stella stars as a teenager or a college type student age person, early 20s.
College-bound senior,
yes.
Maybe
and she goes and
freshman university.
So she goes camping with a few friends, they take a few drugs, and she wakes up and sees herself at 40 in the form of Aubrey Plaza. And Aubrey
but it's
Plaza,
not one of those body switcheroo things.
No, this is not. This is not Freaky Friday. This is what I'm not sure though is she sees Aubrey Plaza as her at 39, 40 years old, but we don't know if anyone else can see her too. So I'm not sure if this is going to be I can see dead people sort of thing where no one else can see her, or whether she at 40 in Aubrey Plaza is being seen.
She's the only one who can see.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, that's what I gather. And then they have some sort of weird phone connection even after she comes down off her drugs.
Yes, exactly. So, anytime you can have a coming-of-age film, anytime you can have Aubrey Plaza playing Aubrey Plaza, I am definitely interested in a film like that. Plus, Aubrey Plaza does a lot of indie films. She did a film a couple years ago called Black Bear that was really good. She also did...
She makes solid choices.
Yes, Emily the Criminal, obviously a great, highly acclaimed indie film from 2 years ago. So, because of all that, I'm excited for this film. Yeah, it looks a little predictable, but also the cinematography, they didn't shoot on the soundstage somewhere, they actually went out to a lake and shot on a lake in the sun with trees and water, and we know how hard that is.
Locations are cheap.
Yeah.
The lake ain't charging them.
This is true, too. So, and I've never seen Maisy Stella in anything else before, so it'll be interesting to see whether or not she can hold her own with Aubrey Plaza. Also, interesting of note, we're so used to seeing Aubrey Plaza as the young person in an ensemble, Parks and Rec, all that kind of stuff. So the fact that she's now playing the older version of a character, and she's the experienced one. Yeah, in a young adult.
Not even 40.
Yeah,
I'm 39.
39.
I'm a young adult.
So it'll be interesting to see her if she can kind of make that step up in maturity. So I'm excited for this film. I don't know whether I'm going to watch it in theaters or wait for streaming. There's nothing really that screams to me that I have to watch this in theaters. But I do love good character pieces, and I did thoroughly enjoy Emily the Criminal in theaters, even though that's not particularly visual. So I probably will try to watch My Old Ass in theaters. That plus, I just like saying My Old Ass, and I'm trying to picture Aubrey Plaza saying My Old Ass as much as possible. So so I do plan on watching this. Are you a fan of Aubrey Plaza?
I gotta admit, here, let me. I gotta admit, when I first saw the title, the movie that came into my mind was somebody who's had their old ass connected to them, and it was talking to them. That's really what I thought of. And then I watched the trailer. Okay, that's not the gag here. It's a different gag, and I'm fine with that. The trailer made me laugh. This is one of the 2 movies on your list I wish was, I could easily ditch. Well, you know what? I could easily ditch, Never Let Go for My Old Ass. I think I would enjoy it. it did, again, it's another success it premiered at Sundance. Not easy to do. 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, 78 Metacritic score, got a solid 7.2 on IMDb on the early reviews. I think that really means it'll be a solid average, on the high end of average, but between 6.2 and 7.2 on in the end in audiences. But for me, I think this is right up my alley and I'll enjoy it. And if this is the kind of thing I think could make it to Winnipeg. I think it would appeal to the local market, so it'll find a screen here, and so maybe Jim and I'll see it, because this is my kind of thing. I think it's Jim and I, for Jim and Rob Overanalyze Movies. I think it's our podcast kind of thing. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I saw it on your list. I looked into it, DMG, and I'm like, oh, I want that movie.
Well,
so there you go. Thanks for putting that one. Thank you, DMG, for putting it on my radar.
Yes. Well, you're welcome. And thank you. Look, and this is one of those films, too, that it looks like the kind that it didn't cost anything to make. So any money that it does make, a la Emily the Criminal, didn't cost anything to make. It's going to not be a very high standard to make a lot of money on this film. So that also is something that I'm rooting for. I love good storytelling.
I don't care if it makes money or not. I care if I'm going to enjoy it and whether or not I'm right about its audience.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I do care whether it does make money, because I do want films that I like to be commercially successful so that I get more films like those in the future. I do think that when you have show business, the business side does come into it a little bit. So when you have a success like Emily the Criminal actually doing well in theaters and making money, I do think that's good for us as consumers to say, oh, let's have more indie films by Aubrey Plaza get greenlit. So
you and I are going to have a chat about that specifically.
Oh,
because I think that would be worth having a really good conversation just about how those are connected or maybe not connected. But I totally see what you're saying. I pick it up what you're putting down, for my friend.
Perfect. So I'm really looking forward to it. Planning to watch in theaters. It sounds like you're eager to watch it, but you don't think it's going to show up in theaters.
I'm keen. Again, I'm kind of pissed it wasn't on my list.
So what do you guys think of my old... Let me know in the comments section below this video. Are you guys excited for this Aubrey Plaza comedy? I'm really excited. I plan to be there in theaters, but let me know what you guys think. I've been Dragon Movie Guy. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.